Hi everyone, it's Jocelyn here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is for all things Bring Back Paper, which is a whole thing. Check out the details in the description box below. There's content on the blog every week. There's Patreon memberships. There's a free Bring Back Paper Facebook group. Pop over and join. Just search for it on Facebook. There's an Etsy store. There's pen pal stuff. There's stationery stuff. There's book stuff. And that's what we're doing today. Now this video is for those of you who love your romance books. Or maybe it's for those of you who think, actually, I haven't read romance for a while. Maybe I'll try it. Because I am going to be talking through some of the books that I currently have on my shelf, some of the authors that I enjoy, some of the trilogies that I have liked recently, or series. So it's all about romance books. So hopefully that is something you will enjoy. I'm hoping that my romance readers will all be commenting and telling me what you love to read. These things here on my shelf, I've not read yet. So I'm hoping you'll be like, yeah, read that. Where to start? Okay, so you might have seen my bookshelves before. I have done bookshelf things. So if I just move you up a bit. Up here, all my bookshelves are 3 books deep. So there's crime and thrillers and that kind of thing at the top there. As I say, it's 3 shelves, three deep, if you know what I mean. Look, see, can you see? 3 deep. So I haven't read any of those. This shelf here, I haven't read any of these. These are, I think I have romance at the front. I have some more like contemporary and classics at the back. Yeah, I can see the scarlet letter there. What else can I see? Gosh, I can't. Jane Eyre, okay. And then there's some contemporary and literary stuff behind as well. Romance, I've popped at the front here so you can see it. And because at the moment I'm in my romance reading era, so I'm reading quite a lot of it. Down here, these are all going to be romance all the way back. And down here, they're all romance all the way back. And then I have some other shelves, which I'll move you to in a moment. And they are 2. Right. These are books that I haven't read. So this is what I want to know. I want to hear from you. Some of these are standalones. I do the thing. Tell me if you do the thing. Like here, right? I don't know which one's the first one. Also, when did they start writing on the spine? Just why can't they just put 1, 2, 3? I'll show you a series in a minute that I really enjoy. And they have written the numbers on the spine. Why can't they all do that? I love when they do that. I know I can just Google to see which the first one is. Of course I can do that. But if I'm not stood near my phone, just pick it up. I know instantly. I wonder if I'm thinking aloud. I wonder if it's so that, let's say you're in a shop and you saw this and you thought, yeah, I like the look of that. I'll read it. But they don't want to put you off because it says number 2 on it. And then they think you might think, oh, I'm not going to pick that one up then because it's a series and I need to read number 1. I don't know. I'm thinking aloud. You tell me what you think. But anyway, this is a series, clearly. If I know that it is a series, I will ensure that I have all of the series. I keep knocking you, sorry. Before I start to read it. It's a quirk. Now, does that sometimes bite me because perhaps I read the first book and think I'm not that interested? Yes, it does. But it's not often. And generally speaking, no, I can't. I was going to say something and then you'll go, but that's not true because later on I'm going to show you some series that I've bought and I've never read that author. I was going to say, generally speaking, like I have read Tessa Bailey books. I know that I like Tessa Bailey. So that would be my first recommendation. If you have not read romance or you're looking to get into some, these are all, the ones that you can see at the moment are quite contemporary romance. I like Tessa Bailey books. She has done quite a few good ones. I like the Hook, Line and Sinker, is it? Is that right? Hook, Line and Sinker. I don't have them anymore because the thing that you need to understand about the romance is I often read them and then I pass them on or I vent them or my daughter reads them and then we pass them on. So I have read a great volume of romance that is no longer on my shelves, but I can mention it to you as we're chatting. Some of it I do keep, some of it I pass along. So I'm not sure I have any of the Tessa Bailey books on my shelf, but I've read many of hers. She does a few standalones. She often does series. Yes, I would recommend them. What else? Elle Kennedy's over here. Look, haven't read these yet. These are, I believe it's a duo. I'll check that obviously before I start reading them, just in case of the third. And I either need to get it or I need to wait until it comes out. If I'm waiting until it comes out, I just won't read those because I don't want to have to wait for it to come out. And it's not like I haven't got other books to read in the meantime. A lot of these are standalone. These are authors that I haven't read before. These are ones that it's Elle again. I've read quite a lot of Elle Kennedy books. She's done a few ice hockey, sports romance books. I like sports romance. You'll see some others of those. If you are new to romance reading, there's different types of genres of romance. You've got historical romance, which I can show you. Sports romance is a big thing right now. I like paranormal romance. You've got your fantasy, cowboy. What else? There's some magical ones. There's loads of different things, isn't there? There's loads. What else? Oh, there's another Tessa Bailey there. Not read this author before. I know Mia Sheridan has written quite a lot, but that will be my first one that I've not read yet. Love to hear from you if you've read her and you love her. I know she's really popular, but not read her before. Yes, I've read her before. She's really good. Never read this. Oh, it's Tessa again. I don't need to do that, but whilst it's happening. Let's have a look. Right, so here, exactly what I was just talking about. So I haven't read Megan Brandy before. I forgot about there's the Lynsay Celt. There's a standalone. I have read a couple of hers. There's a good example. Hang on. So back there, look. Can you see there's... And thank you, Lauren Asher. Thank you, because you've written. I appreciate that. Now, there's a third one in this series, which is coming out later this year. So I haven't read those yet. I'm waiting. I'm not going to pick them up until I have the third one. I have pre-ordered it. It'll be coming. So let me just go back. And I have read Lauren Asher's fine print. The ones, I want to say something like, they're a Billionaires series. I've read those, enjoyed those. Hopefully I'll enjoy those. Now this here is a series. Never read Penelope Douglas. Have you? Have you read the series? Looks like it's supposed to be good. I've got them all, just haven't started it yet. Same thing here. I've not read any of these. These are all in the works recently. So I thought, I'll get them. It says it's loved by millions on TikTok. I don't know how true it is. But I'm going to read them. As you can see, I have all three. Now this here is me showing some restraint because I know this is a series. You may know this. I think there's 4 books. Might even be 5. I'm not sure. I've never read her, not read the series. I've just bought the first one. I've tried to be good and think, I might not love it. There's quite a lot of other books. So with this one, I am just going to read the first one and see what I think. Have you read it? Have you read the series? Are you going to now say to me in comments, you're going to read that book and you're going to instantly want to consume the rest of the series, so you might as well get them? Don't know. You'll tell me. Again, I have not read this author before. Oh, look, let me just move her. There we go. I have not read this author. Again, she has lots and lots of books. Mariana Zapata. Well, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Not read them. I think they're standalone, but I might be wrong, actually. There might be a few. I'm being restrained. We'll see. Not read this before. I get quite a lot of my books, these romance ones. I'm getting them off Vinted because they're often like £1, maybe £2, which is great. What I tend to do is, so if I see a book that I really want to get, I'll go there. I'll see what else they have, and I tend to buy them in bundles so that it makes it worth my while. Once I paid the postage, it's still good value. So sometimes, like this one, I'll have perhaps bought, I don't know, a couple of other, maybe I was trying to complete this series or whatever. And then this was there and I thought, yeah, I'll try it. So that's how I sometimes acquire others that I might not have necessarily been looking for. This one is, I say a series, I think it's just a 2, which I've not read Ashley Winstead before. Oh, it's Tessa Bailey again. Look, she's everywhere. That's a 2. I've not read, have I seen one of hers? No, I haven't. I was just thinking, it's another Mia. Not read her before. What have I got behind here? I've got some Jenny Colgans, I've got some Paige Toons, all of whom I've read before. They're different. They've got like a different feel. These are quite contemporary. I would say that those are, I don't know, more jetty. Quite a lot of these are quite spicy. They're quite steamy. I would say that those are not so much. They're nice. A lot of those, like Jenny Colgan ones, are usually set in England and Scotland. Quite a lot of these are usually set in the US. Not always. And then I've got, so these I got off Vinted. I don't know whether you can see those. Jacqueline Frank. It was like a paranormal romance series that I had never heard of, but I was doing the thing where I was buying a couple of books. There was a bundle of them. I'm a sucker for a bundle. And I thought, you know what? I haven't read them. I'm going to try them. I do enjoy paranormal romance. You wouldn't think it because there's not loads of it on my shelves, but I have read quite a lot. I like Sheridan Kenyon. I love Lynsay Sands' Arjano series. I've read loads of those. I haven't kept them. Don't have them anymore. But I enjoyed them. Right, down here. Philippa Ashley's nice as well. Similar kind of vibe. Quite a nice gently vibe to your Paige Toons, your Carol Matthews, Jenny Colgan, things like that. I've not read any by these. Okay, I'll go back in a second. I've got the first in this Laurie Gilmore series, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I think there's 4 now, isn't there? Let's see what I think of the first one. See? Being Restrained. Not Being Restrained, but all 3. I like Lucy Score. I've read quite a few of hers. I enjoy them. She's worth a read. I liked her Knock 'em Out series. Don't have it anymore. Passed it on. I enjoy it. Ashley Poston. I have read, I can't think what it's called. It's something about dead, which doesn't sound like romance, but it is, and I enjoyed it. And I can't think what it's called, but you'll know. If you probably know, and you can tell me in comments because it's escaped my mind right now. But it's an Ashley Poston book, and I enjoy it. Dead Romantics. Yes, I think it's Dead Romantics. I read the first one of this. I didn't love it, but I got the other ones. Look, so it's the thing that I've done to myself. I didn't love, but I haven't decided whether I'll read the other 2 or not. I think this is a first in a series, so I'm just holding on with that one. Not read B.K. Borison before, have you? I know there's quite a few books. Katie Holt, never read before. Oh, look, it's Lauren Asher again. Look, I've got... It's not like I haven't got other books that I can read before I read that series. So here's where I'm at with it. I've managed to just get 1 and 4 randomly. I'm going to just keep my eye out for 2 and 3. I'm not going to endlessly pursue it. But if it just comes up when I'm looking at a bundle, or if I am in the works and they've got it, or if I'm in a charity shop, I'll be like, do you know what? I need 2 and 3 of that series. I'm going to grab them. It's not like I haven't got other stuff to read. It's Tessa Bailey again. And that is a series. And I have, yes, I did buy each one of those because I know I will want to read them all. Let me just move these. Let me just move a few. Okay, so back here, I've read these. And look, Chloe Lears, thank you. Is it Liese Lears? Look, she's numbered them for me. And I appreciate that. Really enjoyed this. This is the Bergman Brothers series. I really liked it. They were all fun reads. They had quite a bit of humour in them. I like the variety in each of the relationships of the different siblings. Say Bergman Brothers, actually 2 sisters as well. There's quite a lot of neurodivergency in them. Yeah, I really like those. I thought they were fun. And then back here, you will see I have got everything that Julia Quinn has written. So they're all back there. And they go all the way back there. I read those ages and ages and ages and ages ago. They were like one of my first favourite romance books. They're Regency romance. You will know her from Bridgerton. If you haven't heard of Bridgerton, I can't even help you. Everyone's heard of Bridgerton. And I will say, as you would expect me to say, the books are better. I've got these here just to mention, because actually these are on my rented pile. So Sally Thorne, I enjoyed The Hating Game. I believe that's a Netflix film now. I haven't seen it because it won't be as good as the book. Enjoyed that. It was fun. And Rosie Danan, these two. The Roommate and the Intimacy Experiment, I enjoyed those. I've read a few other Sally Thorne books. Enjoyed them. Yeah, I enjoyed them all. I don't think they're as good as that one, but I did enjoy them. I have read another Rosie Danan. It was fine, but I thought that was better, in my opinion. What else while I'm here thinking? Ali Hazelwood, which you cannot see anywhere on my shelves. I think I've read everything that she has written. I think that they're in my daughter's room at the moment. She's good. She writes a lot of STEM books. Actually, I have got an Ali Hazelwood. I'll show you in a second. But I would recommend her. My brain's just whirring, thinking, is there anyone else that I've read that I've thought, yeah, she's worth a read. I'm sure I'll think of something. Right. Over here. So most of these I have read. Okay. So we have Eloisa James, everything that she's written, all back there. That's like too deep. And as you can see, it's ended up going onto the top as well. Historical romance, Regency romance kind of thing, Dukes, Duchesses, Lords, all that kind of thing. Really like Eloisa James. Also, I would say I follow her on Instagram and occasionally we do interact. She's lovely on there. She will share stuff that I've shared. So yeah, she's really nice. These then, sports romance. Read these, really enjoyed them. I liked this series. This, I'm just trying to think now in order because I read it a month or two ago and I've read a lot of books since. I'm going to say that is NHL. That's NBA. No, that's NHL. One of these is NBA. A couple of them are baseball. So you've got some hockey, some basketballers, some baseball. But they're all connected because they're all friends. Enjoyed them. Liked the characters. Liked the way that all the stories played out. They're quite funny. These are very funny. These I would absolutely recommend. They are sports romance. They are based around an NHL team. Really like them. There's this tricked me really because there's a fifth. It hasn't come out yet. It's pre-ordered. I want to say it's out in October, but obviously you can check that. So I'm waiting for the last one, but I really enjoyed them. The characters all kind of run through them. It just made me laugh. Down here, not read these. Nora Roberts, absolute queen. Nora Roberts, queen of romance. She's brilliant. I've read loads and loads of hers. This is a trilogy that I picked up recently because, of course, I'm going to get the whole set. But I know I will enjoy it. I think it's got some magical stuff in it. I like a magical thing. And she does do those very well. So I'm looking forward to that. Not read these. Have you? Saw the set. Bought the set. These I have just read. Megan Quinn. Really like those. They're funny. She's also written, which I have got somewhere. I don't know if they're on my Vinted pile. It might be in my daughter's room. I don't know. There's another trilogy which she has written that was fun with the Kane brothers. Can't think what they're all called now. I feel like they're called things like, I think one's like not a meet cute or something. I don't know. I can't remember, but I know that they're Megan Quinn and I know that they're Kane brothers because the Kane brothers pop up again in these. It's connected. Set in LA, the Kane brothers, and San Francisco. These San Francisco. I enjoy that because I was in LA and San Francisco last year. It's those little things. Which reminds me, before I dive into the last ones here, I also really enjoyed, which was set in California, Helen Hoang's trilogy, the Kiss Quotient, the Heart Principle. I can't remember them all. You will know. You're either nodding along as I'm saying it, or you can easily Google. Really enjoyed those. They were good. And another author popped into my head. It went in and it went back out like that. As fast as that author came into my mind, that author went out of my mind. No, I'm back. Christina Lauren. Haven't got any of hers on my shelves. You might be thinking, oh, she's quite a famous romance author and she hasn't got any of her stuff on her shelves. I have read most of the things that she has written. They've all been passed back on. They've all been vinted or whatever. She's good. Enjoy her. She's written some good books. And then back here, see, I've kept that one because there is another one coming out later this year, follow up to that. Can't remember what the new one's called, but it's, as you can probably guess, by the Dark Spine. It's like a vampire werewolf kind of thing. I love a vampire werewolf thing. And then if I move Nora, I've moved up back here, Cowboy romance. So Paisley Hope, Lila Sage, and then I have everything other Elsie Silver has written. Enjoy those. Let me just go behind Elsie. So I have read all of these. And back here are all of my Sarah MacLean books. Going back to historical romance again. Really like those. It's hard to say if you've not read hers before where to start. I mean, obviously you could start go in publication order, but if not, I do like that series there. So I will zoom in. Well, I like them all. That's quite a good one to start with. Right, putting those back. And if you are a romance reader, I would be very surprised if you haven't heard of these ones. Because they're everywhere, aren't they? If you go onto like BookTok or Bookstagram, I feel like I haven't put those in the right order. They're everywhere. So you will know these people. If you're in the UK, I've noticed these ones, Chestnut Springs ones, are all in the works at the moment. And they're good. They're good read. They're fun. Cowboys. Again, steamy. If you don't like spice or steam, avoid all of these Cowboy books. That's what I'm saying. In fact, avoid all of these books. And that's it. I think that's all. I'm just trying to think. I'm moving you back. I'm just trying to think whether there are any other authors that I have read but don't necessarily have on my shelves. But I'm glancing around. Those are probably the ones that I've mentioned that I've really enjoyed. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of authors that I know you're probably watching this and you're thinking, yeah, they're my favourite. Oh, I've thought of another one, the Twisted ones. My daughter really likes those. They're fine. Read them if you would like to read them. They're not my favourites, but yeah, I enjoyed them. I would say they were like 3 or 4 out of 5 for me. Some of them were better than others, but yeah, I like those. But again, you've probably seen those in the shops. And that is it. That is my little romance shelves tour. Hopefully it's given you some ideas. If you are a romance reader, I would love to hear your thoughts in comments, whether you've got favourites, whether you've read these things. If you've seen things that I haven't yet read and you're like, oh my goodness, yes, I absolutely love it, let me know. There's things on here that I've said I really enjoyed and you're like, didn't really love it. Yeah, tell me. And if you are not necessarily a romance reader, but you would like to try, hopefully this has given you some ideas. Hopefully this has given you some ideas of where to start with that. I read romance and I'm probably quite deep in it at the moment because, yes, I know exactly what's going to happen. It's like watching a rom-com for me, reading a romance book. It's happy. It's a nice little bubble in my day. When I sit down to read it, I know that it's going to make me smile. That is why. And that's everything for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. Do give this video a thumbs up. I would love to chat romance books with you. So do feel free to comment below. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.